Yeah, hi guys. I'd like to welcome you to the Activate series today. It's been a minute. There's been a lot going on, but I'm glad to finally um, bring this episode, another episode to you today. Right. So today I want to talk about dissatisfaction. Right, dissatisfaction, hunger, and how it can be used as a tool to transform or to change your level, right, or to change your state from where you are right now to where you dream or desire to be, right? So you cannot really grow, you cannot really change level, you cannot really change your state until you come to that place where you are dissatisfied, right? I would like to start by stating Newton's second law of motion, right? A body will continue in a state of rest or it will continue in uniform motion except it is acted upon by an external force, right? What that means is that a body will continue the way it's in except there's something that disrupts that activity, right? So you're going to keep being in the state or in the level that you are until there is an external disruption, until there's something bigger that can change your direction or that can transform or change your level. And that disruption is best put as hunger or dissatisfaction. You only begin to change level, you begin to do the things that are necessary for change, for transformation, when you see a need. That need has to come from a deep-seated hunger, a deep-seated dissatisfaction of where you are currently in life, in career, in your spiritual life. This works across board. Nothing changes until you are actually dissatisfied. Dissatisfaction, hunger, is a good thing. It helps you to become discontented with where you are currently. I understand that it's very important for us to be thankful for the progress we've made in life. It's very important for us to be grateful for the wins we've had in the past, right? But I'm sure you've also heard that your enemy, the greatest enemy to your success, is the lack of success you had, right? So it's good to be thankful, it's good to be grateful for where you are, for the progress you've made, for the success you've achieved this year, right? That is very good. But at the same time, you must keep pushing yourself to the limit. You must keep pushing yourself to dissatisfaction and continuous hunger, right? There's more to be done, there's more to be achieved. Don't just clap for yourself when you've achieved something. As you clap for yourself, get up and move, right? It's very important that you move because there's always more to do, there's always more to accomplish, there's always more to actualize. Your potential will tell you that what you've done is not all there is, right? Potential means things that you could achieve or things that you could do that you haven't done yet. Okay, so if you've made progress, celebrate your progress for a while and then move on to the next goal. This is very important. Now, for many of us, we've not really sat down to ask ourselves the difficult questions that will help us to transform or will help us to change. There are some questions that you need to ask yourself, and it's going to be very difficult, it's going to be very hard. You need to ask yourself, and then you need to give answers to these questions, right? You need to ask yourself, where are you currently? Where are you right now? In the grand scheme of things, in your purpose, in your calling, in your potentials, and everything God has called you to do, where are you right now? Right? Where are you right now? That's a very big question. It's like a diagnosis, right? For you to check if you're really at the place that is closer to destiny, right? For many of us, we are still scratching the surface. We've not really started the main thing, the work that God has put us on earth to do, right? We're okay with just living or with just surviving. God expects more than survival, right? God expects more than survival. He expects you to fulfill or bring your destiny to a complete finish, right? The assignment he made you for, you need to bring it to a complete finish. And so this is a question you need to constantly ask yourself. Where are you right now in that road, in that map to destiny or to your destination in life? You need to keep asking yourself, where am I in this map? Where am I in the grand scheme of things? Where am I? How close am I to the destination, to the destiny? I believe you know that destiny is a word that is gotten from destination. So you need to keep asking yourself, how close am I to fulfilling my destiny? How close am I to the destination that God has made for me, or God has called me to reach? It's very important. When you ask yourself this question, it propels you to be dissatisfied, because many times, many of us are not on the right path. We are not where we ought to be in that map of destiny, right? So, you need to ask yourself, where are you currently? Where are you currently in the map of destiny, on the road to destiny? How close are you? Have you even started a journey? Have you started a journey, or you're still surviving? You're still just going through life, through the motions, right? So it's very important to ask yourself, where are you currently in the grand scheme of things? What are you doing currently? Where are you currently? The second thing you need to ask yourself, the second question that is very important, is where do I need to be, or where do I desire to be, or where has God designed for me to be? Right? This is very important, because when you can see where you desire to be, where you can see where you ought to be, it becomes easier for you to begin to do the things you need to do to get to that place. Right? So where do you want to be? Where do you need to be? Where do you desire to be? Where do you dream to be in your life? What is the vision that you have? Right? Where are you headed in life? How close are you to that destination? Right? When you ask yourself these questions, and then you sit down to really analyze, you discover that you're probably not as close as you need to be. And when you're not as close as you need to be, then it can propel you to be dissatisfied. It can propel you to be hungry. These are very important questions. These are questions of fulfillment, right? These are questions of fulfillment. These are questions of destiny, right? So, where do you dream to be? What is the vision that you have seen for your life? And then the last question you need to ask yourself is, how can I get there? Or what are the things I need to do to arrive at that destination? These questions are very important. They're very difficult, trust me. You're going to take a lot of time to really sit down and meditate and introspect on on all of these questions. They are not questions that you just ask yourself, and you need to really sit down and think about it. Where are you currently? Where do you desire to be? And how can you get to where you are? When you sincerely answer these questions, you'll discover that a hunger or dissatisfaction will be triggered in your mind, will be triggered in your heart, for you to do more, or for you to do the things that you need to do to change or transit from where you are currently to where God has made you to be. Right? There's a destination that each and every one of us is meant to reach. There is a destiny, there is something that God has made each and every one of us to achieve. Right? Quit being okay. Don't be okay with just surviving. Don't be okay with just going through the motions, with just trying to survive, just trying to live life, just going through your job and all of that. That's important. I'm not saying your job is not important, but beyond that, there's a destiny, there's a purpose, it's an assignment that God made you for, and that is what you should really be concerned about. Right? So I'd like to ask you again, where are you currently in the grand scheme of things, in the map of destiny? Where are you currently? Right? Where do you desire to be? Where do you see yourself? Or what is the vision that doesn't allow you to sleep? What is the vision that God has given you for your life? And then the final question is, what can you do? What are the things, the practical steps you can take to begin to actualize that vision that you've seen? Trust me, it has to be practical. You don't just write down steps. You don't just write down the things you need to do, right? It should be backed up with action, and much more, you should see it as a duty that you need to uphold for you to arrive at the place of destination, right? So think about these things, meditate on them, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful week.